There comes a season in life when you stop trying to impress and start trying to understand. When you no longer want louder, you want clearer. When you no longer chase more, you choose better. At 20, we complicate. At 40, we accumulate. At 87, well, we elevate. Not higher in ego, but higher in peace. Elevated, not complicated. Hello and welcome. It's so wonderful to see each and every one of you. Thank you for coming here. If it's your first time, welcome. And for my community, thank you so much for coming back today. We are certainly living in a world that I thought I would never see in my life. In 87 years, I've lived through a lot. I've lived through a lot of changes, and I've seen the world through good times and bad times. But one thing I do know is that I am trying and hopefully leading an elevated life and not a complicated one. Now, exactly what does that mean? And no matter where you are in the world, I know that you can identify with this. I walk away from drama. I don't want drama in my life anymore because drama creates ripples that become waves, and sometimes they are tidal waves that completely disrupt our peace of mind and our happiness. Whenever I have a confrontation with anyone, I don't have to have the last word. I can easily disagree or agree, and I can walk away calmly with peace in my soul. At 87, I value my quiet time. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I don't have to justify who I am, what I think to anyone. I have to stop proving my worth to others because I know my worth and I am happy with it. And I know that there is no timeline on when you start living in life. You have to start living right now. If you are 18 or even 90, it doesn't matter. The now is the most important thing you can do. To live in the now is an elevation of your life. When you live an elevated life, life feels lighter, not smaller. Oh, how often when I was younger, I was always trying to prove myself. And when I was young, I was trying to prove myself. And then when I was in my 40s, I was trying to juggle. Isn't it true? Those of you who are now in your 40s, you have maybe a career, you have a husband and a family, and you're always juggling your time. trying to do everything for your children, trying to make time for yourself, trying to do well in your work, and trying to have a good relationship with your spouse or your significant other. When I was in my 40s and I look back, I was always juggling. But I realize now, in my 80s, it's a time to have peace. It's a time to relax. And it's time that I live an elevated and uncomplicated life without reacting to whatever drama is going on in the world and in my life. At 87, I am simplifying my life. And oh, what a miracle it has been for me. Even though, I've broken my hip, I've lost my husband, I've lost my brother, and I've lost a good friend. With all of that life happening around me, I realize how important it is to just simplify my life and try to live without the drama getting into my soul. Now, what does elevated mean? Well, elevated is not expensive. It's not perfect. It doesn't make anybody more superior than someone else. It means refined thinking, intentional reactions, and clear priorities. You do not have to explain yourself to everyone. You do not have to be drawn into any argument that people are trying to get you into. You can pause instead of reacting. Silence can be very powerful. I know my children, I'm not a yeller and I'm not a screamer, and a lot of times I'm in my head, and that's just who I am. I've been that way my whole life. But a lot of times my children said, the most powerful thing and the most powerful weapon that I had with them when they misbehave was silence. No yelling, no screaming, no taking out the hairbrush and paddling. But my silence was so deafening to them that they had time to realize what they had done wrong and how much they wanted the silence to end. Silence can be very powerful. If you are having a confrontation with someone, instead of reacting and trying to one-up them in the conflict, believe it or not, silence is a big, strong weapon to use. And you'll be surprised at how they react when you are silent or you walk away. In relations, true love does not keep score. True love puts the ego on the bedside table. True love is understanding, being open, and talking things out together without an ego. I know with Arthur and I, we were so entirely different. And never ever did we go to bed at night with any type of conflict, any type of disagreement. We always were able to clear the air and open it up and talk about whatever was bothering us. We didn't always agree, but it's just the fact that we were both open and didn't let our egos get into the mix of the disagreement helped an awful lot in how we accepted and respected one another. And actually, love is not complicated, but ego is. In all honesty, aging is a perspective. It's not a decline. At 20, everything is urgent. But do you know what? At 87, very few things in my life are urgent. And what really matters has become perfectly clear. Peace, love, health, and integrity. Don't complicate what can be elevated. Don't override something that can have depth. Don't add drama to your life, but have peace over noise. Peace is not boring. It's very powerful. Many blessings to each and every one of you throughout the world. Please know that you are never alone because you have this wonderful community here who has your back. And know also you are truly, truly loved. Thank you for being here today, and I hope to see you in my next video.